Nice to see you again.
She gets torn apart by a train.
Ever finish a movie and just sit there like, what did I just watch? Or find yourself thinking about a single scene for days afterward? Yeah, same here. That's why we've put together a list of 10 mind-bending psychological thrillers on Netflix that will mess with your head in the best way. Twists, turns, and full-on mental spirals. You've been warned. Let's dive in. Number 10, Hypnotic.
There's no private residence, no employers. The man is basically a ghost.
We're missing something.
Hypnotic is a psychological thriller that explores the terrifying potential of mind control through hypnotherapy. Kate Siegel stars as Jen, a traumatized woman who turns to a mysterious therapist, only to discover his sessions come with dangerous, manipulative consequences. As memory gaps grow and deadly accidents pile up, Jen realizes she's being controlled, and she must unravel the truth before losing herself completely. Directed by Matt Angel and Suzanne Coote, this 2021 Netflix original blends classic psychological horror tropes with a sleek, modern aesthetic. While critics were mixed on the film's execution, Jason O'Mara's sinister performance stands out, and the story offers a few satisfying twists along the way. Clocking in at 88 minutes, Hypnotic is a slick, creepy descent into obsession, control, and buried trauma. If you're a fan of mind games and psychological manipulation, this one's worth a late-night stream. Number 9, The Weekend Away. The Weekend Away is a twist-filled thriller set against the dreamy backdrop of Croatia, until paradise turns into a nightmare. Leighton Meester stars as Beth, a new mother whose relaxing girls' trip unravels when her best friend goes missing after a wild night out. As Beth digs deeper, she uncovers lies, betrayals, and a growing pile of suspects, including her own husband. With the local police turning against her, she's forced to solve the mystery herself, before she becomes the next target. Based on the novel by Sarah Alderson and directed by Kim Farrant, this 2022 Netflix film leans into its pulpy setup with sleek pacing and vacation gone wrong tension. While the plot stretches believability at times, the film remains a gripping and accessible mystery with enough gasps to keep you hooked until the end. Perfect for fans of sun-drenched suspense and domestic noir. Number 8, The Woman in the Window.
Your doctor said that your meds can cause hallucination.
The Woman in the Window is a psychological thriller that plays like a modern-day Rear Window, steeped in paranoia and emotional unraveling. Amy Adams stars as Anna, an agoraphobic child psychologist who witnesses a violent crime through her window, or so she thinks. Trapped in her brownstone and tormented by trauma, meds, and isolation, Anna's grip on reality slips as she tries to piece together what she saw and what might be imagined. With a star-studded cast including Gary Oldman, Julianne Moore, and Anthony Mackie, the film blends stylized direction with classic noir tension. Though critics were split on its execution, the movie's moody atmosphere and twisty premise keep the suspense sharp. If you enjoy unreliable narrators and descent into madness thrillers, The Woman in the Window delivers a trippy, claustrophobic experience. Number 7, The Paramedic.
Voy a llamar a la policía.
Yo sé que todo esto ha sido muy difícil para ti.
The Paramedic is a tense Spanish psychological thriller that dives into obsession, control, and cruelty. Mario Casas stars as Angel, a paramedic whose life spirals after a tragic accident, leaves him paralyzed from the waist down. Already emotionally abusive and manipulative toward his girlfriend Vane, Angel's behavior worsens as paranoia and rage consume him. When Vane tries to move on, Angel's obsession turns violent and deadly as he traps her in a twisted plan to reclaim what he's lost. The film builds slow-burning dread through claustrophobic settings, with Casas delivering a chilling performance as a man driven by ego, insecurity, and cruelty. The Paramedic is a gripping watch for fans of dark character studies and slow-burn psychological horror with a revenge-laced payoff. It's disturbing, intense, and surprisingly satisfying. Number 6, Tao.
Julia, what are you doing? Answer me!
Tao is a slick sci-fi psychological thriller that traps its heroine in a high-tech prison run by an evolving artificial intelligence. Micah Monroe plays Julia, a street-smart young woman abducted by a tech mogul, Ed Skrein, and forced to endure cruel experiments under the watch of Tao, an advanced AI voiced by Gary Oldman. As Julia forms a complex, almost human bond with Tao, she plots a risky escape from the futuristic smart house that learns as quickly as she does. The film explores themes of consciousness, control, and the blurry line between human and machine. Tao stands out for its unique premise, stylish visuals, and eerie atmosphere. If you're into high-concept thrillers with a cyberpunk edge and moral questions about AI, this one's worth plugging into. Number 5. In the Shadow of the Moon. In the Shadow of the Moon is a cerebral sci-fi thriller that plays with time travel, moral ambiguity, and the ripple effects of tragedy. Boyd Holbrook stars as a Philadelphia cop whose obsession with a mysterious string of killings, occurring every 9 years, leads him down a rabbit hole of conspiracy, science fiction, and devastating personal revelations. As the suspect, Cleopatra Coleman, continues to defy death and logic, the narrative unfolds in reverse, revealing a mind-bending connection between the killer and the cop. The film blends detective noir with high-concept sci-fi, anchored by a twist that reshapes everything. It remains a compelling choice for fans of Looper or Predestination. If you're looking for a movie that keeps unraveling long after the credits, this one delivers. Number 4. The Perfection.
What is it? I don't know! What the fuck? Looking hard!
The Perfection is a wild psychological thriller that grabs you early and refuses to let go. It follows Charlotte, a gifted cellist played by Allison Williams, who reconnects with her old music academy, and its star pupil Lizzie, played by Logan Browning. What begins as a seductive friendship quickly spirals into a twisted nightmare involving hallucinations, mutilation, and a deeply buried secret inside an elite music institution. As the story unravels, so does your sense of reality, with shocking twists that completely reframe what you thought you knew. With bold visuals, intense performances, and a story that takes wild, unforgettable turns, The Perfection is a disturbing ride that's as gripping as it is unpredictable. If you're into psychological mind games with razor-sharp edge, this one hits all the right notes. Number 3. Fractured.
Since you're traveling, I'd like to do a CAT scan.
Daddy's gonna take care of us.
Fractured is a tense, reality-bending psychological thriller that follows a man on a desperate mission to find his missing wife and daughter, only to question whether they ever existed in the first place. Sam Worthington stars as Ray, a father who suffers a head injury after a freak accident during a family road trip. When his daughter and wife are taken for a hospital scan and never return, Ray begins unraveling a dark conspiracy, or so he believes. As he digs deeper, time blurs, facts warp, and paranoia escalates in a race against his own fractured mind. With a gripping central performance and a narrative that keeps you guessing until the final frame, Fractured is a mind-twisting journey that explores memory, trauma, and how far someone will go to protect the ones they love. Number 2. I'm Thinking of Ending Things.
Here they come.
Jeff has told us so much about you.
He's told me so much about both of you, too.
I'm Thinking of Ending Things is a surreal, cerebral descent into the human mind from the visionary Charlie Kaufman. It follows a young woman on a snowy road trip with her boyfriend to meet his parents. But the further they drive, the more reality begins to dissolve. Time distorts, identities shift, and logic unravels as she questions her relationship, her surroundings, and even her own existence. The film blends unsettling atmosphere, psychological dread, and existential weight, culminating in a haunting, abstract finale that lingers long after the credits roll. With striking performances from Jessie Buckley and Jesse Plemons, this is less a traditional narrative and more a puzzle of memory, regret, and identity. A cinematic experience designed to be dissected, discussed, and rewatched with growing unease. Number 1. Mirage. Mirage is a Spanish sci-fi mystery thriller that masterfully intertwines time travel, fate, and the ripple effects of one decision. During a powerful electrical storm, Vera, a mother and surgeon, discovers she can communicate with a boy from the past through an old TV set. She saves him from death, unknowingly rewriting reality and waking up in a world where her daughter no longer exists. Determined to get her life back, Vera unravels a complex web of murder, love, and deception. With every clue, she dives deeper into alternate timelines, trying to correct the course of events before the storm ends. Smart, emotional, and brilliantly paced, Mirage is a gripping tale of second chances and the unforeseen consequences of tampering with time. A must-watch for fans of Dark and The Butterfly Effect. And that's the list. From glitchy realities and fractured timelines to untrustworthy minds and heart-pounding finales. These psychological thrillers on Netflix are more than just twisty. They're full-on mental workouts. If even one of these got your brain spinning or jumped to the top of your watch list, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell. We've got more mind-bending countdowns dropping every single week. Got a favorite Netflix thriller we didn't include? Drop it in the comments. We're always hunting for the next sleeper hit or underrated gem.
Hypnosis. I want you to concentrate on the light.
And if you made it all the way to #1, go ahead and flex your psychological thriller credentials. Drop a brain emoji down below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.